Mississippi Republican takes plea deal after destroying Satanic statue in Iowa. Now, some of you might remember that the Satanic Temple, or whoever the hell they are, managed to get approval to erect a statue of I forget the guy's name. I don't know, some demon thing in the local city hall, and Christians were obviously very up in arms about it because it was, I was a satanic statue, like essentially, and I don't know how much you know about Christians, but they tend to not be very down with that stuff. Yeah, so basically, a guy went in and destroyed the statue, and he was arrested and he was charged with it, and the case seems to be coming to a conclusion now. Mississippi Republican takes plea deal after destroying satanic statue in Iowa. Des Moines, Iowa, a Mississippi man accused of destroying a statue of a pagan idol. Don't fucking lump us in with them. At Iowa's state capitol, pleaded guilty Friday to a reduced charge in return for prosecutors dropping a felony hate crime against Satan. Michael Cassidy, a former congressional and legislative candidate, was set for trial June the 3rd, but his attorney filed a guilty plea on his behalf to an aggravated misdemeanor count of third-degree criminal mischief. Third-degree criminal mischief. The Des Moines Register reported Cassidy admitted in writing that he partially dismantled a display in the Iowa State Capitol building without a right/license to do so, and that the damage was greater than $750. The statue of the horned deity Baphomet was brought to the Capitol by the Satanic Temple of Iowa under state rules allowing religious displays in the building during the holidays. Which is, like, fine. If it's been done with a consensual permission, then whatever, that's fine. The move drew strong criticism from state and national leaders, including Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and Florida Governor and then presidential candidate Ron DeSantis, both Republicans. Ron DeSantis' campaign fucking fizzled out pretty fast, didn't it? On December the 14th, the figure depicting the horned deity Baphomet was destroyed beyond repair, according to the group. I saw this blasphemous statue and was outraged, Cassidy told the conservative website The Sentinel in December. My conscience is held captive to the word of God, not to bureaucratic decree, and so I acted. Cassidy raised more than $134,000 for his defence via the Christian fundraising site GoSendGo, where supporters said he acted with bravery and conviction. He was not willing to see God reviled, especially in a building where lawmakers are supposed to honour Jesus Christ as King and look to his law for wisdom as they legislate with justice and righteousness. Founded in 2013, the Salem, Massachusetts, Salem, I get it. Base Satanic Temple says it doesn't believe in Satan, but describes itself as a non-theistic religious organisation that advocates for secularism. It is separate from the Church of Satan, which was founded in the 1960s. One thing that I have learned in my basic research of a lot of the different, official Church of Satan, but not really type of groups is they all hate each other. They all really don't like each other. The plea agreement calls for Cassidy to receive a deferred judgment with 2 years probation, an $855 civil penalty, and to pay restitution in an amount to be determined. He would also be required to participate in a victim offender dialogue with representatives of the Satanic Temple if requested. That'll be film it. I need to see that. I need to see that exchange. The sentencing recommendation is not binding on the court, however, and that seems to be it there. Now, as far as that, if you're pro Satan, if you're against Satan, absolutely you should be able to profess those things, from the mountaintops if you want. You can write blogs, you can write books, you can take out ads in newspapers, you can do all of those things. You can even petition City Hall to get them to put your statues up, because if it's done consensually and it's private property on private land, or it's the decision of whoever owns the land, then that's absolutely fine. That is free speech in action. Now, I understand this is where people are going to get a little bit annoyed with me in the comments. This guy should not have done that because it was damage to private property. It was damage to private property, and he should not have done that. If he wanted to protest the statue, or, write, to the senators or whatever about it, or write to City Hall about asking them to remove the statue or whatever, that's his free speech. He's absolutely allowed to do that. However, damage to private property, I cannot condone or anything. I just can't. right? But that is him going against someone else's free speech, even Satanists. And some people are going to be like really upset about that. But there's a very, very famous scene. Would you cut the law down to get at the devil? It's a very famous scene. You should all go watch that scene. I forget what it's from, but it's a very important scene. Google it. I don't care. But it's just important. There's a lesson in it that you should definitely hear. Now, for anyone that's curious, for me, the Antichrist is on site, right? Like, I might be, my religious proclivities might be very, 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 very old school, but still, I know a demon when I see one, right? I'm just saying. So, it's kind of funny what the guy did, right? But I cannot condone it. I cannot condone it. It is against free speech and it's damage to private property. So the guy did deserve some, not prison, Jesus Christ, not for something as silly as that, but still, he should not have destroyed the statue because it goes against freedom of speech. What you should do instead is petition City Hall and see if you can just get a big, massive statue of Christ right across from it, fucking T-posing. T-posing. Make it twice as big, line it with gold. Assert Christian dominance. There's ways to go about it within the law.